want to, coming up a little bit, I want to talk a lot about, you celebrated the 20th anniversary of Country Grammar and stuff, but I think since we're talking about a little bit, it's so cool. It's got to feel cool that you are so great at merging country and pop music, like with Tim McGraw and then them as well. For a long time, pop radio was afraid of playing anything country. And then it's like you come in and you're like, well, watch me put some rap on this country. And we got it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what I'm so thankful for when it comes to my fans, because they allow me to be that person. Because if they don't support my ideas from the beginning and have an open mind, like I have an open mind when I'm going in to make music, because I'm a firm believer that music transcends all boundaries, all genres and everything. I believe as long as the song is good, as long as you give people a chance, and as long as the people give music a chance, that I think we can create things that people may not expect. But it also allows a person like me, such as an artist, be able to last for 20, 21 years, 22 years, because we're able to come up with new and creative ideas and new projects that people could be like, wow, I never thought about that, but I'm so happy he was able to bring that into my life, so to speak. And that's what I'm real fortunate about, is that my fans allow Nelly to do things like Lil Bit, Cruise, and all of that, which kind of, I don't want to say forces pop radio's hand, but it gives pop radio a way out to say, okay, well, we're going to try it. And that's all you want. That's all you want, is for people to just, give it a chance.
Well, was there pressure because you made all this history with Cruise? And then I saw that you mentioned too that you guys have made more songs, not just the ones that we've heard. So have you been making them throughout the entire time, or more recently? What were you trying to make?
No, we made a few songs over the period of time of us knowing each other and things like that. I think I think with any process, you're going to have a bunch of yays and a few nays if you're lucky. But I think for us, again, the songs that we've been able to actually put out have had the type of response that we've had with obviously with our first joint, which is unbelievable, which, I mean, you hope for. But I mean, I just think it just comes through our energy, and I genuinely, what we have in common of making good music. And that's a hard thing to do, because you can collaborate with a lot of people, which I have, but finding that energy and finding that middle ground where you guys can come together and be like, wow, this is it. It doesn't always come across.
It's actually, because I know Florida Georgia Line, they had gone to counseling or whatever. They were pretty vocal about how they, as a duo, had kind of had some issues. So I feel like you're also taking some of those messages of like, you gotta find your differences and come together, and it's all good.
The thing about it is that when you're a group, you're a family. And that's no different. You have disagreements, and once you grow, it's things like those disagreements grow as well. You know what I mean? But they're not as they're not as detriment or not as big as as they may seem to be at the time, because you never want the bad to oversee the good things that you and your family have together. And that's what I just hope for them. That's what I wish for them, because those guys are brothers, man. And I know they love each other and they care. So I believe all the things that they've been able to come together and do will override any disagreements that they may have, because they're going to have them. They're going to have them today. They're going to have them tomorrow. Hell, you know what I mean? And they're not going to go anywhere. But, just the love of the music and the love of being who they are and the love of making it together, I think will override all of that.
Yeah. Take us backstage though, so you just put out the video, which a lot of times people now are putting out the video as soon as the song comes out. You guys waited a little bit. What was the vibe when you meet up and you're ready to film this video?
Yeah, we waited a little bit But no, no. Well, this is the thing. When I first wanted to do this project, I had this project in my head for a long time, and being able to get this project out at the right time was a little different. Just kind of putting it in between, because it would take somewhat of a lot of planning and thinking out and trying to come up with it, because this had never been done before, so to speak. And when you're doing things that have never been done before, you got to make sure that you're thinking it through. So the pandemic, in a way, kind of helped this project come to fruition, because I kind of had the time to put the thought in of how we want to do it, how to put it together, so to speak. And the reason things were taking so long, again, it's a double-edged sword, was because of the pandemic, was because, I don't know how to put music out over the internet. That's, I'm not one of those artists, so to speak. But I'm used to being out in front of my fans, being out in the studios, talking to you guys, being able to be out on the road, performing, touching your fans and putting it out. So, it was a give and a take with what was going on in the world and putting this music out. So it did take a minute to kind of get the video out, because, hell, we had to get together, the outbreak and everything. These guys were new fathers. They had new children, they had babies, they had families that they had to go back to. You didn't want to risk that. You didn't want to take the chance of anybody being sick and taking it back to the house. I couldn't live with myself, all knowing that, maybe they got one of their children sick, all because of a video. You don't want that. You know what I mean? So it was just us basically taking our time and trying to bob and weave and maneuver, basically as the rest of the world is trying to through what's going on.
What was the difference between this video and Cruise? Like, were you guys partying on set for either of them or both of them, or were they having to be fathers on the side?
Well, I would think with this one, it was a little bit more of a kickback with this one, because we were basically putting the video out a little bit what some would consider late, but considering everything that's going on and with the song continually to grow, I would probably think that it's right on time. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, so I try to look at this as positively as I can, and say that we're right on time with this video. So I think everything is moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and I know you have Heartland coming up. So real quick before we finish this up, tell me, you said that it's going to be a bunch of country club bangers.
Yeah, I said you're going to get a lot of different varieties, but a lot of definitely country club bangers, man. And I call it country influence. I don't call it a country album, because I have so much respect for country music, the life that is country music, the artists and everything that they put into being a country artist. But the love that country music has shown Nelly, I definitely appreciate it. And that's what this album is. It's country influence. So we're going to bang it out.
Do you have other collabs on this coming out?
Well, I got a few collabs. We're definitely finishing up the project. So I don't have the final list, but the next song due up is my man Blanco and Breland, called High Horse, which is really, really dope. So I can't wait for everybody to hear that. And again, we banging it out. I think everybody's going to love it. And I think, once they hear this, they're going to get an idea of the project and just understand that this is going to be something, hopefully something epic, man, and something new, something fresh that, we're doing here with the Heartland.
Well, if we're making it epic and with Blanco on there, is there also going to be a dance to go along with one of them?
Oh, I don't know. And if it is, I probably won't have anything to do with it.
That's not on you. That's not on you.
No. And if it is, I probably won't have anything to do with it. Definitely.
You had such fear in your eyes all of a sudden when I asked you that.
Just like,
all
no.
right, well, Nelly, thank you so much for being a part of this, giving us a little bit of back stories to some things. I'm excited to hear more of the new music that you have coming.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the fans, everybody that's watching. Hi, y'all. I appreciate it.
Love you.